What's up, guys? Hey, this is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. Hope you've had a great last couple of weeks selling from home in quarantine, and I hope a lot of you guys are still keeping your sales numbers up and this hasn't kind of caused any dips of any kind. I know that we've been doing great. Just fantastic. I mean, basically, picked up right where we left off when we closed down our offices. And today I'm going to be doing something, guys, that really was inspired to me by, I was doing some phone sales training this morning with a new agent of ours. And we were basically, doing it to where, I had her on a Zoom call with me and I was basically dialing aged leads, you guys. I paid $2 per lead for these leads. And we basically got some very, very promising, potential deals out of it that basically, could equivalent to about $1,500 in sales when it's all said and done on just 10 phone calls. So today, guys, I wanted to talk about 3 things you can be doing to close your deals more effectively and sell more over the phone during this pandemic. Number 1 is that remember that you only have so much time. Get to the point when you first get on the phone. Understand that you have at least 5 seconds, maybe at most 8 to 10 seconds to grab their attention before they hang up on you. This is so important, and I've talked about this and I've hammered this into the ground on my cold call videos and script videos and things like that, but it does matter. You need to get right to the point. You need to be like, hi, Mrs. Prospect, my name is Christian. My name is so-and-so. My name is Little Johnny. Whatever your name is. This is why I'm calling. This is what I'm calling to talk to you about. You create a sense of urgency. If you have a minute, I'd like to share the idea with you. Or do you mind if I ask you a few questions to see if I can to see if I can be of any service? Get to the point. Quickly. Do not hesitate. Don't get on the phone and go, you're killing yourself at that point. Make sure that you have your script down, you have it tuned, and finally organized in your mind. So that way, right when you get on the phone, you're going to be ready for the opportunity. Number 2, don't be afraid to repeat yourself, especially in the Medicare sales. Guys, there's nothing more confusing for a senior than Medicare. Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, $0 premium. How much is this going to cost me? Don't be afraid to repeat yourself 4, 5, maybe even 6 times to get your point across. If you're selling someone a $0 premium Medicare Advantage plan and they currently pay $60 a month for their current Medicare Advantage plan, don't be afraid to emphasize more than once, this is a $0 premium plan opposed to what you're paying now at $60. And who knows, you might even say it 3 or 4 times and they still might not get the message. There's been so many times that I've been on a phone call with somebody where I've made it clear to them that they're and let's say we're pitching a $0 premium Medicare Advantage plan. I've made it clear to them that there's no premium involved. I've explained in layman's terms how that works and how that's possible. And I still get the question 3 minutes later, but how much is this going to cost me? Re-emphasize, repeat. Don't be afraid to repeat a point, a very key point, as far as helping you make the sale over and over and over and over again, so that way they get it. Of course, there's a limit to this. I would probably say you want to repeat a key emphasis of what you're selling 5, maybe 6 times. Well, like I mentioned to you, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, there is no premium associated with this plan because they're funded by the government. Again, this is how it works. Repeat. They're going to have a much easier time remembering why it is that they want your plan. Make sure they understand why you are valuable to them. Make sure you explain to them in so many words, and you articulate yourself in a way that's going to be helpful to them. You can improve their life. What you can bring to the table that they're not getting right now. I act as your personal representative, Mr. or Mrs. Prospect. I can act as your personal representative with the insurance company. If you have a problem, you can bring it to me. Some people call me a firefighter because I spend all day putting out fires. You tell stories about how you've helped people. You basically build a sense of urgency that your services is something they're not getting now. Probably their current agent is not even in the business anymore or never talks to them anymore. 90% chance that is the case, but you're not like the rest of the other agents. You need to basically put yourself in a position to where you are explaining to them in so many words why you're such a valuable asset and a valuable commodity. Now, the way that you're going to be doing this is you have to speak with conviction when you're on the phone. Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, I can help you, and this is how. You need to make sure that you believe what you're saying, because when you're over the phone, they can't see you face to face. The only thing you got is the conviction in your words, and they can feed off of that, and it can either make the sale or completely break the sale if you don't have enough conviction or if you have the right amount of conviction. You need to believe in yourself, guys, because if you don't believe in what you can bring to the table to these clients and customers, they're not going to believe it either, and you're never going to be able to convince them unless you believe in yourself first. A few bonus tips for you, just for making it this far into the video, guys, is, in my opinion, I think if you are a local agent and you're working in your local market, like let's say you're, in California and you actually live in California, you're not in some other state, emphasize that. I'm local. I'm the local agent here. I'm the local expert here. I'm local. I'm in your backyard. I understand this market. I understand what you're going through. I'm local. I'm local. I'm local. I'm local. If you're selling in states that you're not in, build up the fact that you work with multiple people in multiple different states, and we do a great job at taking care of people in multiple different states. You guys got to sell yourself a little bit, guys. You got to strut a little bit, right? And you got to basically, in my opinion, there's really three sales that you're going to be making while you're on these phone calls. The first one is you're selling yourself first and foremost, because they buy you before they buy the product, number one. Number two, you're selling the product itself. Number three, you're selling your customer service and long term, over the long haul, the long term, the big picture. You're selling the big picture as far as how great this plan's going to be for them long term. You're selling the big picture of how great it's going to be to work with you long term. Number three is probably a combination of 1 and 2, but you're selling number one, yourself, number two, the product, number three, the long term solution, guys. You can do this. I get messages every single day from you guys, from agents that are just struggling with the telesales. You guys can do this. Remember, when you're calling leads, you're cold calling, whatever it might be, quick, fast responses, get to the point, don't drag on, build up your value, speak with conviction, confidence, believe in yourself a little bit. Pretend like you actually believe in yourself for a second, and they might believe in you too. And also, guys, make sure that you're repeating key emphasis points, because especially if you're selling over the phone, if you're not even doing screen share or anything like that, they can't see anything. They're basically only taking in the information from their ears, nothing from their eyes. And it's hard to remember things. I mean, they say that us as humans only remember 25 to 35% of things that are spoken to us. So if you want them to remember something, you might want to say it 5-6 times throughout the time of the phone call to make sure that they get it and they understand it. Because if you're selling them something that's good for them, the only reason why they don't buy it is, number one, they don't trust you and believe in you, or number two, they don't get it. Okay? So anyway, guys, I hope this helped. I really hope this, provided some insight and some value as far as what I'm doing to sell over the phone and what our people are doing to sell over the phone. Please do me a favor, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, comment on what you'd like to see on future videos, join our Facebook group if you're not in it already, just for Medicare agents. It's called 6-Figure Medicare Agent. There's a link to it down in the description. And also, if you'd like a 110 plus video course that breaks down everything about how I do what I do and how our company does what we do, as far as making podcasts that have people call us, YouTube videos that make people call us, Facebook advertising, scripts, tools, technologies, all different things that you can use to build your agency. Our 6-Figure Medicare University is now available. It's $495. There's a link to that down in the description. If you're in our group, you can get it for $395, $100 off. Just shoot me a message once you're in the group, and I'll be happy to set you up with that discounted coupon. Anyway, guys, hope this finds you doing well. Hope you're doing great. Don't give up on yourself. You can do this. Talk to you next time.